For once, I honestly think Brennan just pulled off one of the darkest long game betrayals this show has done in a while. And the crazy part, Nina and Willow walked right into it like they were following breadcrumbs into a burning house. Because after watching all this unfold, I do not believe Brennan was ever truly helpless. Not for 1 second. And the more I think about it, the more I feel like we all got played alongside Nina and Willow. Seriously, did anyone else feel that slow sinking feeling during those scenes? Like, wait a minute, Brennan is too calm, too observant, too quiet. That man was lying there like a wounded shark. Not dead, not weak, just circling. And now I think the real story is finally exploding into place. Brennan let Nina believe she saved him. That's the trap. The second Nina threw away that syringe instead of injecting him again, she thought she had created this emotional connection with Brennan. She thought she reached the human side of him. And honestly, for a tiny second, even I bought it. I thought maybe Brennan would protect them because Nina showed mercy. Nope. That man took one look at Nina's compassion and weaponized it. And Willow? Willow made it even easier. Because while Willow kept spiraling deeper into panic over Drew, Brennan was silently studying both of them. Every conversation, every lie, every desperate justification. He just sat there, absorbing all of it like a surveillance camera with a pulse. Meanwhile, here's the twist that absolutely sent me into orbit. Brennan secretly helps Drew recover. What? I'm sorry, but that is next level evil genius behavior. Because Brennan realizes something Willow never understands. Drew alive and coherent is more valuable than Drew unconscious. A silent victim creates suspicion. A recovered victim creates testimony. And suddenly the entire game changes. I can literally picture Brennan standing over Drew's hospital bed late at night, speaking in that cold, controlled voice, basically telling him the truth piece by piece. Brennan probably reveals the drugs, the paralysis, the manipulation, the way Willow kept trying to control everything because she was terrified of losing custody, losing power, losing herself. And Drew? Drew wakes up furious, not confused, not heartbroken, furious. That's the part I'm obsessed with. Because Drew has been humiliated for months. Everybody has been using him. Sidwell manipulated him. Willow manipulated him. Congress turned into a circus around him. The man's life became a political horror movie with fluorescent hospital lighting. So when Brennan offers Drew a chance to flip the board, Drew takes it. Absolutely takes it. And this is where I think the storyline becomes terrifying for Nina and Willow, because Brennan doesn't expose them immediately. No, no, no. He keeps pretending to be their ally. That's the deliciously cruel part. He tells Nina he understands why she did it. He tells Willow he knows she was desperate. He probably even reassures them that Sidwell is the real enemy. Meanwhile, he's secretly collecting evidence behind their backs. Are you kidding me? Imagine Willow sitting there thinking Brennan is helping her contain the situation while Brennan is secretly building a legal case strong enough to bury both her and Nina forever. That's psychological warfare. That's not even soap scheming anymore. That's chess played by a man with no soul left. And I know some viewers are probably going to say Willow was trying to protect herself and her family, but listen, there's a line. There's a line. Drugging Drew repeatedly, controlling his condition, helping cover it up. That's not panic. That's criminal behavior wrapped in emotional excuses. And Nina, this hurts because I actually think Nina believed she was making the moral choice when she spared Brennan. I really do. There's tragedy in that. Nina probably convinced herself that compassion would earn compassion in return. But Brennan doesn't operate like that. Brennan operates like a strategist. Everything is transactional to him. Everything. So the moment Nina exposed her emotional vulnerability, Brennan saw weakness, not redemption. That's brutal. And can we talk about Willow for a second? Because wow, this girl is heading toward a total collapse. I can already see the scenes coming. Willow screaming at Nina for trusting Brennan. Willow realizing the entire foundation beneath her is cracking apart. Willow understanding that every secret conversation she had around Brennan may have been used against her. That kind of realization destroys people, especially someone already mentally spiraling. And honestly, I think Brennan enjoys it. That's the creepiest part of all this. Brennan doesn't just want justice. He wants control. He wants to prove he is the smartest person in the room. He wants Nina and Willow to fully understand that he outplayed them before the hand was even dealt. It's almost theatrical. Like he's directing the collapse scene by scene. And when Drew finally reveals he's recovering, I need everybody to imagine Willow's face in that moment. Because I genuinely think she's going to freeze. Complete emotional shutdown. The horror of realizing Brennan and Drew have been working together behind the scenes. Done. Over. Finished. I can even see Brennan orchestrating the timing perfectly. Maybe he waits until Willow confesses something incriminating. Maybe he encourages Nina to keep talking. Maybe he lets them feel safe for days. Then suddenly Drew walks into the room fully conscious. Can you imagine? That's soap opera nightmare fuel right there. And if the writers really want to go nuclear, they'll have Drew secretly recording one final conversation where Willow admits everything. Because at that point, Brennan wouldn't even need to testify much. The evidence would speak for itself. Then comes the arrest. And honestly, I think that's where the emotional devastation really hits. Because Nina won't just feel betrayed by Brennan. She'll feel betrayed by herself. She ignored every warning sign because she desperately wanted to believe mercy still mattered in this world. That's heartbreaking in a very human way. Willow, though? Willow is going to snap. I'm serious. Not sad tears. Not graceful heartbreak. I mean, full emotional detonation. The kind where she starts screaming that Brennan manipulated everyone, that Drew turned against her, that none of this would have happened if people had listened to her fears in the first place. And the scary thing, part of her will still think she was justified. That's what makes this storyline so juicy to me. Nobody thinks they're the villain in their own story. Willow genuinely believes she was cornered. Nina genuinely believes she was saving people. Brennan genuinely believes manipulation is necessary. Drew genuinely believes revenge is justice. It's all warped. And I love messy soap morality when it gets this dark. But if I'm being real with you guys, Brennan scares me the most here because he's the only one thinking 10 moves ahead. Everyone else is emotional. Brennan is calculated, cold, patient. That combination is lethal. The man literally allowed people to think he was powerless while secretly rebuilding Drew behind the scenes like some underground operation. That's terrifying behavior. Who does that? Brennan does. And now Nina and Willow are probably heading straight toward prison while Brennan walks away cleaner than everybody else despite manipulating the entire situation from the shadows. Which honestly feels so unfair that it circles back around into being incredible television. Because this is the kind of betrayal that changes relationships permanently. After this, Willow can never trust Nina again for sparing Brennan. Nina can never forgive herself for believing Brennan had a conscience. Drew can never see Willow the same way again. Everything fractures. And me personally, I think this storyline could become one of the most explosive psychological betrayals GH2's done in years if the writers fully commit to it. Because this isn't just about crime anymore. It's about humiliation. And Brennan is making absolutely sure Nina and Willow feel every second of it.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.